agriculture in terms of economy, what would you say about it, Malika? Just talk to the audience and
Okay.
Nigerians. But we are
Thank
eager
you.
to know.
Thank you
We
very
want to learn
much.
from you.
All right. Thank you very much. And viewers, welcome once again to Reality Podcast. Well, before I proceed to that, I want to quickly just add something to what my very good friend here just said as regarding the insecurity. Now, it is well known and a popular saying that if insecurity happens in a state more than 2 3 days or a week previous, it is government what sponsored.
Mm, true.
Yes, it is a
Mm,
popular saying.
yes.
Now, government sponsored in the sense that you cannot tell me that these persons that are Fulani men, they call them Boko Haram, some of them, that they are able to accumulate these weapons without the sponsorship of any top leader, without the sponsorship of any government organization or individual. So I think this thing started from President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's regime. Yes, where it was as a result of insurgency that he was actually removed from power. And I believe some of this thing was after the whole Chibok kill and all that. I think some of this organization came up just to forcefully remove him from power. So and it was not carefully handled because from his regime it now move on towards Muhammadu Buhari's regime. I think what should have been the case in resolving such situation was to look out for these key points leaders that was that we feel are energizing these persons to do what they are doing so as to not actually negotiate with them but to find out their main agenda. Because you cannot tell me that okay, a robber, a bank, let's assume a robber goes into the bank to steal. His main objective to what actually what get money, to steal money. So if there's a way we can be able to prevent him from going to the bank to steal money, finding him alternative to actually doing it the wrong way and giving him the right way to do it, to actually get money, not to do the robbery. Please take note of that. To actually get money, then it could have actually what provide what a solution to that. So definitely, if they had actually look out for key leaders to solve these issues, then it wouldn't have gotten to the point at which it is today. So moving on back to your question, which is on the present regime, I would say although we've seen policies and we've seen some different reforms that are coming up, like several times I've happened to come across several websites from government agencies saying these are poverty elevation scheme, this is government grants and all that. But in spite of all of this, it has not actually helped any Nigeria because it was more like you're saying that instead of teaching a man how to fish, you are giving him fish to eat, and it can only last for few minutes or few hours. So I think what the government need to actually do is abide by their word, not just coming up with policies or poverty alleviation schemes that are not working. Yeah, so I would say so far so good. Nothing is working, or the few things that we've seen is not actually working. Now, we're not talking about the bad roads that we see every day, whereby several billions of naira have been given to that, even down to the recent one we're talking about, the coastal way that
Coastal highway.
yes, coastal highway that is being talked about.
Being led by the Minister
Yes,
of Works,
exactly.
Senator
So
Dave Umahi.
we're not talking about now. If I told you want to talk about the coastal highway, is that actually a priority now?
It is not.
Because you've actually left the popular things that actually need to be addressed. The roads that we ply on a daily, you're not talking about that. You're talking about coastal highway. Of what benefit is it going to be for the masses of masses of Nigeria in terms of mobility? Yes, we know it is quite important as regarding shipments and all that. Based on the current situation, I don't think that is a priority.
It's part of the question now.
Then moving on, the I think 2.6 billion, or that's amounted to about 4 trillion that was, is it debt or that was borrowed or something of that regard? What is it going to be used for, or what's why is it still there? So I would say that there are so many things that are being implemented, there are so many reforms that are being talked here and there, but actually we're not seeing headway. So we
Wow.
beg on the government to actually sit down, look at what they've actually drafted as when they were campaigning, when they were
Based on their
when they
manifesto.
were saying that we should actually vote for them and all that, and actually address the situation. And I believe if they actually sit down and truth be truthful to themselves, they can actually make this country work. So that's what I just have to say.
Contributions and okay,
Thank you.
lines. Uh, let's give you points. So my leader, Sagashas Prof, we're still on the topic of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay, based on what he has said, I have a simple question to ask. But I feel on my own, the legislative arm of Nigeria are failing woefully. So, my leader, what do you have to say? I'm a citizen of Nigeria. You are. So, what do you have to say about the legislative arm of Nigeria? No, we have the executive, we have the legislative, or the judicial. It is separate government on its own, three separate government, not two in one or two in five and tied to one. So,
Okay.
just tell us about the legislative agenda
All right. Though
on this current administration.
the current administration, why am I not even talking about it? Because it's still on. Okay. It's still current, so it's still in process. So
Yes.
we cannot conclude yet. But now let me scrutinize or go through the legislative arm of government. The legislative arm of government. If I let me tell you something, the one we have in student union is even more dependent than the National Assembly to the legislative arm of government.
True.
Because the student union government, they say sometimes do checkmate the president. But what we have now,
True.
will I even say the legislative arm of government is even is not a part or is some executive government
Yes.
because
It's a rubber stamp.
like they are almost together.
Rubber stamp legislative. Rubber stamp.
Yes, sir. They're almost together. Like they are like
mandate.
they're almost like the SSAs of to the president. And why is it why does it happen like this, that way? Or why does it happen in such a way manner? Because of the process of attention. They're no longer independent.
Exactly.
The executive have big leaders for them.
Exactly.
Compared to those whereby leaders will emerge from
Different parties.
among them by themselves. But now they
House
are
voting.
the
In-house
president
voting.
force candidate on them and maybe threatening them in the sense that sometimes when they vote, they snap who they voted for.
Exactly.
If you observe, most
I'm
of them so
following.
they are no longer independent.
And this
These
was not
are, these,
the
are
way.
the, these are the issues. So when somebody appointed you to do something, by looking at it as an appointment,
It is an
you
appointment.
have to do the bidding of the person.
So as not to lose your head in the
Of course,
process.
So these are dangers to our democracy.
Is dangerous to democracy. It's dangerous to democracy. The same thing also happens in state of assembly. It's not only National Assembly. It happens everywhere. The governor